Top of the day to you guys. 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐤 here again from Down Payment Realtors. For some time now, you've probably been considering investing in real estate. But do you really understand all the documentation, the terms and title that are associated with real estate investment? To this extent, I have decided to start a series that will simplify everyone's understanding of all documentation, terms, titles associated with land buying or real estate. Stay tuned and watch this video till the end. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐤 once again, and on this channel we share real estate tips in a very easy to understand way without all the legal jargons. Do well to subscribe to our channel by clicking the subscription button and turning on your notifications so that you can continue to get notified whenever we post new video. Now let's go back to what Gazette means in terms of real estate. Gazette is an official government publication. It is used to publish current acts, bills, and it is not just limited to land buying. It applies to change of name and so many other things. It is like the newspaper of a nation. So when you hear Gazette, it just simply means the publication of a government authority. It can also be described as published, posted, issued, communicated, disclosed, disseminated, distributed, as in this government information being published, being issued is also what could be referred to as being gazetted. However, in Nigeria, the word gazette is commonly used when government gives back a previously acquired land. When it gives back, maybe the land was acquired for developmental purposes, and then we will have a situation where the land community, the community that were on that land before government acquire it, actually apply to the government to have a piece of the land back, maybe a part that is not being used, which is called excision. You can apply for that, and then the process of this excision being published in a government publication makes the title of that land Gazette. So in simple terms, because the land in question, if you want to search about it, you can see it in the government publication. That is what makes it, makes the title of that land Gazette. Which means if you want to look for the record, all you need to do is go to the government published information, and then you will find the information about that land in a government gazette, and that makes it very suitable to buy, because you know that the government will not be coming back to acquire that land, because they have actually given it back, that it is no longer part of what they want to use, and it is official in their record that this section of so land will not be needed for any development, and we have therefore given it back to either the family that owns the land or to the community that owns the land. So if next time you see a land coming up with a title of Gazette, I'm sure this simple explanation will make you not to look like a novice, but will even give you a deeper understanding that this land is safe to buy because the government has published information about it that it is not under government acquisition. To further understand the relevance of a gazette, we need to take you back to understanding that the Land Use Act actually gave power and authority over all lands to the government. So it is common to see government come to compulsorily acquire land for developmental purpose. Like I said, it could be to build an hospital, it could be to build schools and all that in a particular location for a particular community. Now, after a while, the government could decide that, oh, we've taken all we need from this piece of land. Then the community or the family that have been in custody of, that have been looking after that land, taking care of the land, have the right to apply back to the company, to the government, and that is called excision. They apply back to excise, the land, to request for the government to give them back their land. Do you understand? To give them back their land so that they can now sell to, willing buyers who want to use it for either commercial or for residential purposes or recreational purposes. So when the community applies to take back their land from the government, that is what we call an annexation application. So maybe when you're buying a land and you hear the title is excision, it is important you check if the excision has been granted, because it is when that excision is granted that it appears in a gazette. So when buying a land and you see excision, the question you can ask the realtor or estate agent you are dealing with is if that excision has been granted. And this application number will always have application for excision will always have a number, will have record that can be cross-checked in the government record. Like we said, Gazette is like the government newspaper, and the Land Use Act give power to the government over the administration of lands in a country, especially in Nigeria. That is the case study here. When an excision is granted, it is usually to a family or to a community, and whenever it is granted, it is published with the family name and all that. So these are things you can look out for when you hear that a land title is excision. In that publication, it will contain the coordinates of the land. It will have all the details. The family that owned the land before government acquired it compulsorily, the same family will be the one applying for it to get it back, and then the document which will be publicized will now have the coordinates of the land in question in the official gazette that is being published by coordinates. Helps you to determine the exact location of the land. Like if you want to buy a land from anyone and you just get your documentation and you see it's gazetted or it's an excision in progress or whatever, what you look out for is the coordinates, and then you can go to land registry and actually check the record if it is as you are being told. So guys, if you see any title as excision in progress, excision in view, excision this, excision that, remember you need to check out if that excision has been granted. This is a very vital information that you should always note and watch out for anytime before you take a decision on buying a land that has excision as title. At this point, what you need to do is you need to get a sound real estate agent involved or a property lawyer, to do what we call the due diligence. You might not be able to do this by yourself. You might not know the authorities to go to, but you can engage a very sound, professional real estate consultant, a realtor that will help you in doing the due diligence to make sure that the title on that property is also as described. This is at the point you will also need like a surveyor, to verify and confirm that the document you are being presented shows the exact coordinates of the land that is being shown to you. So you need to do your due diligence. A good agent will be able to guide you and put you through such that you will not make any error. The final thing you must not leave out is doing your local intel. Local intel entails you making sure you are buying from the right source, especially if you are not buying from like a developer, you're dealing with a monile. If you are doing that, you need to make sure you are buying from the right source. The right source means someone that has the authority in the community to sell, or someone that has the authority to sell in the family. So you can do your intel by asking people around. You could see someone repairing shoe, having a kiosk around the area. Just ask questions so that you actually get the right information. Anybody can take you to any land, but it shouldn't be that you pay money to the wrong person and still have the same problem you have been trying to avoid. So guys, that is all we have today. I hope this has been insightful. I hope you got value. Please do well to remember to click the subscription button, turn on your notification, share this post for anyone you think you might find value in it or might need the information, and please watch out for our next video. Thank you again.